I was chilling on Tessa's front porch, sipping an iced coffee and scrolling through my phone when I spotted her. A petite Asian girl, probably no older than 19 or 20, struggling with a heavy box as she made her way up the walkway to the house next door. "Hey, need a hand?" I called out, already setting my drink down and jogging over. She looked up, startled, her dark eyes wide. "Oh, thank you," she said softly. I gently took the box from her arms. "I'm Ava. You must be the new neighbor Tessa mentioned." "Kira," she replied with a shy smile. "Nice to meet you." As we walked to her front door, I couldn't help but notice how small and delicate she seemed. Her long black hair was pulled back in a simple ponytail, and she was dressed modestly in jeans and a loose t-shirt. "So where are you moving from?" I asked, trying to make conversation. Kira hesitated before answering. "Just from my parents' house. It's not far, but it feels like a whole new world." There was something in her tone that piqued my interest. "First time living on your own?" She nodded, a mix of excitement and nervousness flashing across her face. "Yeah. It's a big change." "Well, you picked a great neighborhood," I said, setting the box down inside her living room. "Tessa and Liam next door are awesome. And I'm just a few houses down if you ever need anything." "That's really kind of you," Kira said, tucking a stray hair behind her ear. "To be honest, I'm a little overwhelmed. I've never really," she trailed off, looking embarrassed. "Never really," what I prompted gently. Kira took a deep breath. "I grew up in a pretty strict household. Religious parents, lots of rules. This is my first time really being on my own, making my own choices." Ah, that explained a lot. I felt a surge of protectiveness towards this sweet, sheltered girl. "Well, you came to the right place if you want to spread your wings a little. We're a pretty open-minded bunch around here." Her eyes lit up at that. "Really? That sounds amazing." I grinned, already plotting ways to introduce Kira to some new experiences. "Trust me, it is. Now, let's get the rest of your stuff inside, and then how about I introduce you to Tessa and Liam? We can order some pizza, make a little welcome party out of it." Kira's smile was radiant. "I'd love that. Thank you, Ava." As we headed back outside, I couldn't help but feel excited. Something told me Kira was going to fit right in with our little group. And I was more than happy to help her discover all the freedom and fun she'd been missing out on. I couldn't help but feel drawn to Kira's innocent curiosity as we all settled into my living room, pizza boxes strewn across the coffee table. Tessa and Liam had hit it off with her immediately, their warm smiles putting her at ease. "So Kira," Tessa said, leaning forward, "what made you decide to move out on your own?" Kira's eyes darted nervously, but there was a spark of excitement in them. I needed to breathe, you know. My parents are great, but their rules were suffocating me." I nodded, remembering how stifling my own upbringing had felt at times. "Trust me, we get it. What kind of rules are we talking about?" She hesitated, then let out a small laugh. "Oh, you name it. No dating, no parties, definitely no alcohol. Even my clothes were monitored." Liam raised an eyebrow. "Damn, that's rough. Well, you're in for a wild ride now." I shot him a look, not wanting to overwhelm her. But Kira's eyes lit up. "That's what I'm hoping for," she admitted, a blush creeping across her cheeks. "I want to experience everything I've been missing out on." Over the next few weeks, we made it our mission to show Kira the ropes of independent living. We took her shopping for clothes she actually liked, introduced her to our favorite bars, and even dragged her to a music festival. It was during one of our movie nights that I really noticed how much she was opening up. We were sprawled across my living room, some rom-com playing in the background, when Kira suddenly blurted out, "Have any of you ever, had a one-night stand?" Tessa nearly choked on her wine, and Liam let out a surprised laugh. I grinned, loving how Kira's cheeks flushed but her eyes remained curious and determined. "Oh, honey," I said, patting her knee, "we've got some stories for you." As we shared our experiences, I watched Kira's expressions shift from shock to fascination. She peppered us with questions, eager to learn more about the world of dating and sex she'd been sheltered from. I can't believe how much I don't know, she admitted later, as Tessa and Liam were getting ready to leave. It's like I've been living in a bubble my whole life. I squeezed her hand. Hey, that's what we're here for. Whatever you want to know or try, we've got your back. The grateful look she gave me made my heart swell. I could see the hunger for new experiences in her eyes, and I knew we were in for an interesting journey helping Kira explore her newfound freedom. A few days later, we're all lounging in the living room, remnants of takeout boxes and empty soda cans scattered around the coffee table. Kira's tucked between Tessa and Liam on the sofa, her legs curled up into a cozy ball. I can tell she's been working up the courage to say something. Her nervousness is almost palpable. I lean forward slightly, trying to catch her eye. Kira, you okay? You seem like you have something on your mind, I prompt, hoping to ease her into it. She takes a deep breath and bites her lip before speaking. I have something to confess. Her voice is barely above a whisper. Liam leans back, probably expecting another funny anecdote about her overbearing parents. What's up, Kira? You can tell us anything. Kira's cheeks flush, but she locks eyes with me, drawing strength from my reassuring smile. I'm a virgin. I've never even had a boyfriend, she blurts, words tumbling out in a rush. The room goes silent. Tessa's hand flies to her mouth in surprise, while Liam's eyebrows shoot up. I take a moment, letting her revelation sink in. Kira's innocent eyes scan our faces, looking for disapproval or judgment, finding none. Kira, that's totally okay, I reassure her. There's no rush or pressure to experience everything at once. Tessa's warm smile matches mine. Yeah, we're here for you. Everyone moves at their own pace. Liam's voice is gentle, a stark contrast to his usual boisterous tone. Thanks for sharing that with us. It takes a lot of courage. Kira relaxes a bit, the tension easing from her shoulders. Thanks. It's just, I feel like I've been missing out on so much, and I don't want to feel that way anymore. The clock ticks on, but none of us are in a hurry to leave. It feels like one of those nights, the kind where time elongates and conversations deepen. I think about all the times we've stayed up late discussing everything from dreams to past relationships. This is one of those moments. So, Kira, I venture, what do you want to know? Anything you're curious about, we'll answer honestly. The sincerity in her gaze sharpens. I want to know about fun, your experiences, your fantasies, everything. The air grows thick with anticipation, and a tantalizing energy swirls around us. Tessa and Liam exchange a glance, their curiosity matching Kira's. Well, Tessa starts, positioning herself to face Kira better. Everyone has different experiences and tastes. It's like exploring a new world full of sensations and emotions. Liam chuckles, but there's no mockery in his voice, just camaraderie. And it doesn't always go perfectly, but that's part of the journey. Kira listens intently, her eyes lighting up as we delve into our stories. I recount my first time with a girl, the rush of excitement and nerves. Tessa shares an anecdote about a spontaneous camping trip ending in tangled sleeping bags and laughter. Liam talks about his risky rendezvous in a department store changing room. Each tale pulls Kira further into the conversation. So, what about fantasies? Kira asks, her cheeks turning a lovely shade of pink. Do you have any that surprise even you? I smile, leaning back into my seat. Of course. Fantasies are where our mind explores the what-ifs free from judgment. Tessa nods, a thoughtful look on her face. For me, it's sometimes about control, like being tied up or dominated. It's thrilling in a safe setting. Liam smirks. I have this recurring fantasy about hosting a party that turns into a full-blown orgy. It's wild but exciting. Kira's eyes widen, and she shifts slightly, drawing a deep breath. I have some pretty intense fantasies too. This catches our attention. We wait, anticipation hanging thick in the air. I imagine. Mass party fun, and even being dominated completely, she says, her voice steady despite the content of her words. The room is momentarily stunned. I can feel my own heart racing at her honesty. Beside me, Tessa's eyes sparkle with understanding and perhaps a bit of excitement. Kira, those are intense fantasies, I finally say, keeping my tone light yet respectful, but they're just as valid as any other. She nods, relief flooding her features. I know they're extreme, but I've felt so suppressed for so long. My imagination just runs wild. Liam's voice is genuine, devoid of any judgment. Exploring desires, even just in your mind, is healthy. It doesn't mean you have to act on all of them. It's about understanding yourself better. Tessa places a hand on Kira's knee, her touch gentle. We're here to support whatever journey you want to take, Kira. You don't have to rush anything. The honesty in the room is liberating. Kira's admission shifts something electric between us all, not just reinforcing our connection, but deepening it. And for the first time, I feel like we're not just friends guiding Kira through new experiences, but adventurers on a shared path of discovery. Next weekend, as the sun dipped below the horizon and painted the living room in hues of orange and pink, Tessa's voice cut through the chatter. So I've been thinking, she started, her hazel eyes flicking towards Kira. Maybe we could help you with that. First experience, her tone was casual, like she was suggesting a new dinner spot, but the weight of her words sank into the room, making us all fall silent. Kira's eyes widened, like a deer caught in headlights. She fidgeted with the hem of her dress, fingers toying with the fabric. You mean tonight? Tessa nodded, her smile warm and reassuring. Yeah, with us. And Liam, she glanced at her boyfriend, who met her look with a slow, thoughtful nod. It's no pressure, really, Liam added, leaning back on the couch. His broad shoulders seemed to take up more space than usual. Only if you're comfortable. I watched Kira process this. Her expression was a cocktail of curiosity and apprehension. I could almost see the wheels turning in her head, the desire to experience this new facet of life battling with her nerves. She took a deep breath, her gaze flitting between all of us. I think I want to try, she said softly, almost more to herself than anyone else. I felt a surge of pride watching her take that leap. We all nodded in encouragement, wanting her to know she had our full support. Great. Let's relax a bit first, I suggested, grabbing the little box of weed from the coffee table. It'll help ease us into things. Soon, the room filled with the musky scent of marijuana. We passed the joint around, taking slow, deliberate hits. The tension in the air began to soften, replaced by an almost surreal calm. Kira giggled after her first puff, her cheeks flushing a soft pink. It was infectious, and soon we were all laughing and talking about everything and nothing. As the weed took hold, so did the anticipation. The conversation naturally gravitated back to the night's plan. Kira chewed her bottom lip, her eyes darting between us, filled with a blend of excitement and trepidation. What should I expect, she asked, her voice quivering just a tad. Tessa leaned forward, her blonde waves catching the dim light. It's all about you, Kira. We'll take it slow. You can stop any time. We'll guide you through it. Kira nodded, absorbing Tessa's words. Okay, I'm ready. The atmosphere grew electric, charged with the palpable sexual tension. We made our way to the bedroom, the dim lighting casting soft shadows on the walls. I could feel my heart thudding in my chest, a mixture of excitement and the gravity of what was about to happen. You're beautiful, I whispered, brushing a strand of her hair behind her ear. Kira's body shivered with anticipation, her eyes locking onto mine. The room felt like it existed outside of time, each rustle of clothing and soft murmur amplifying the intimacy of the moment. Every motion was deliberate, a dance of hands and breath. With a knowing glance, Tessa guided Kira to the bed, lying her down with care. I'll start, okay, Tessa said, her voice soothing. Kira nodded, her eyes wide, glistening with unspoken anticipation. The first touch sent a shiver through Kira's body. I watched, transfixed. as Tessa continued. Liam and I exchanged a glance, the anticipation building for what was to come next. But for now it was all about Kira, her initiation into this new, thrilling realm. I watch from my spot on the bed, my senses electrified by the scene unfolding before me. Kira's wide eyes hold a mixture of nervousness and curiosity, a silent plea for reassurance. Kira's breathing becomes uneven, quick gasps escaping her lips. I reach out, cupping her cheek and guiding her to look at me. Kira's eyes flutter shut as her body begins to respond. "You're doing so well," Tessa murmurs, her voice low and soothing. "Just let go. We've got you." Her eyes squeeze shut again, and then it happens the moment she cascades into her first maximum of fun. Kira's aftershocks fade, leaving her panting and flushed. She opens her eyes, looking between us, and there's a transformation confidence mingles with the innocence. "You okay?" Liam's voice is gentle, breaking through the intimate bubble. "Yeah," she breathes, a small, satisfied smile curving her lips. "More than okay." Liam moves closer, positioning himself cautiously. "We'll go slow," he promises, looking to her for any sign of hesitation. "I trust you," Kira replies, and the sincerity in her voice is like a balm. "Does it hurt?" I ask, brushing her hair back. "Not really," she breathes. "It feels different." Liam pauses, allowing her to adjust. Kira's initial discomfort melts into a collective rhythm, her body adjusts to the tempo, fun overshadowing any remaining tension. The anticipation builds. She's no longer the timid girl carrying a heavy box, but someone discovering the depths of her own. When it's over, we lie there, a tangled mess of limbs and breaths. The room is thick with satisfaction and an undeniable sense of connection. Kira's small sighs echo the fulfillment we all share. I glance around, catching the soft, satisfied smiles on Tessa and Liam's faces. Kira looks peaceful, more at ease than I've ever seen her. This is just the beginning for her, but most importantly, she's found a part of herself she never knew existed. As we lie in the afterglow, I feel a profound sense of closeness with Kira, Tessa, and Liam. This isn't just a new chapter for Kira, it's for all of us. And in her newfound freedom, we've found new depths in our own bonds as well.